Okay, let's speak about crime and corruption, where it stems from, because I believe that there are some aspects that we usually overlook when it comes to corruption and also crime, because everybody knows that crime thrives on black communities. Everybody knows that corruption thrives on black communities. Black leaders are known to be corrupt and black people are known to be criminals. That's a fact in South Africa. We cannot deny that. Leave the fact that we are the majority in the country, but the stats shows that we are actually way worse than compared to actually white people. Let me compare black people to white people, which is something that I don't usually do. But the fact is that we overlook a basic aspect of raising a child. I think that's where things are lost, because a child needs to be nurtured, needs to be loved, needs to be groomed as a child, being prepared for the life ahead. Now, if my mother, who is supposed to love me, nurture me, prepare me for the future ahead, is actually hired to raise Stephen on Stephen's family, nurture, love, guide, prepare Stephen for the life ahead, not me, and she leaves me to actually take care of myself. She leaves me to love myself, to nurture myself, to take care of myself, to prepare myself for the future, at which I do not know what it holds. That is set up for a failure. I will definitely fail. I will never compete on the same pedestal as Stephen, because Stephen was nurtured, was prepared, was loved as a child by my mother, who was supposed to do all those things to me, but she did it to Stephen because she was paid by Stephen's family to offer that services on my expense so that I can survive, because that 2,500 that she gets, she bring it back home, half of it for my survival, but she leaves me to actually teach myself, nurture myself, love myself. She actually prepares me for something different, a future, but different from what the society is built or what the system provides. I cannot, in that sense, actually fit into the system and function properly and actually compete on the same level as Stephen, because from the ground growing up, I lack important values. I wasn't nurtured, I wasn't loved, I wasn't prepared for the future. Nobody told me what to look for in the future, because my mother was not always home, was always not home. She was at Stephen's house raising Stephen. Probably when we look at the corruption and crime, we need to actually look at that factor, because it stems from that. If we do not raise on nature and prepare for our children for future, who's going to prepare them? Themselves? How can a child prepare himself for the future he or she doesn't know? How do you prepare yourself for something you do not know? What are the surroundings? As I raise myself, what will my surroundings tells me, what I see in my neighborhood? Because those are the things that I will see and cling to. And that it continues being a trend in our communities, that we have criminals, we have corrupt individuals, and we cannot really trust nobody in our community, because even those who actually do good, who should be the example of the young children growing up, they are not cool in a sense of the black community. Hence, nobody wants to associate themselves with such people, because they are boring according to the societal standard. So we need to actually look at that factor, that upon childhood, the setup has already failed us. Now, how do we break that cycle? We need mothers to raise, nurture, and prepare children for the future. I understand that the system actually wants to empower women. It wants to provide them the opportunities which they did not have previously. But those opportunities come in expense of their children. Children are not nurtured, children are not loved, children are not prepared for the future. You just take your child and dump them to the crèche with a stranger whom you do not even know their background. Ingane igibela imoto kaMalume, uMalume ungenamsebenzi nje nabe ingane A drunkard, basically, umuntu ohamba ngemoto efile, engabulali ingane noma yinini, but you are not aware of those things because you have to be somewhere and chase the paper. Then we expect our children to actually go and compete with what children with the working environments. It cannot happen. There will always be few steps ahead of us until we reverse the psychology that we have in our society. I understand that we need to empower women, but if you want to build a family, you need to know that some of the things you need to sacrifice for the sake of your children, so that they may be able to compete. Even men, if you want to have children, be ready to provide. Because if the mother is not working and she needs to nurture and take care of your children, you need to provide for your children. Ready to take care of their children, to actually provide for their children, shouldn't have children. But you can't tell abantu ukuthi you cannot dance, because that's another problem on its own. You can't tell people you cannot dance. Even if you cannot dance, people don't even want to use condoms. So siyaqhubeka nale cycle producing that we are not ready to nature. And this will continue going on until because we are not ready to be parents. Even the system is made to be parents. So it's up to us to actually see, okay, this system doesn't allow us this aspect. How do we actually have it reversed for the sake of our children? Sometimes into ifuna yayisebenzi, because into ifuna yiyona ngayale destroy everything that you're trying to build. Sacrifices are necessary. If we want our children to compete on the same level as white children, then we need to start building them from the ground up. Nurture them, love them, take care of them, point them to the right direction, teach them important values. But how do we teach them those things if we do not even know those things ourselves? Fortunately, these days, information is out there, and some of us has experienced some of these things, so we know what we're talking about, and we've seen these things, we've experienced them. How do we make sure that we do not continue on the same cycle, to make sure that at least we reduce rate of poverty, rate of crime, and also rate corruption? How do we do that? Because namhlanje corruption is a culture. It's a culture that if I want driver's license, I need to bribe somebody. It's a culture now in South Africa. And that culture stems from the upbringing. Because we are not ready to compete in anything. We want to buy our way through. And even those who are in position have never earned that on merit. They bribe their way in, so everybody that needs to come in, they have to bribe their way in too. So this leaves us vulnerable and incompetent. But it stems from our childhood. Our mothers are not raising us. They are not there to love us. They are not there to prepare us for the future coming. But they are nurturing, loving, and preparing Stephen out there at the white man's house. And then they expect us to go out there and compete with the same Stephen. But you were raising Stephen, preparing him for the future, loving him as he was your own, while I had to actually take care of myself. How do you expect me to compete with Stephen? It can't happen. But it's the expectation in the black communities that we need to actually compete with white children on the same environment. We cannot. It cannot happen until we change how we raise our children, then and prepare them to actually compete at the same level as them. We can fight all we want for the land, but even if we get the land tomorrow, there's nothing we're going to do with the land, because we are not prepared for that. Unfortunately, we were not prepared for that. Now the community, the economy of the country will collapse. As soon as we get that land, the economy will crash and collapse, because we are not ready, we are not prepared to cultivate the land. Most of us know that ukudla kutholakala ema-supermarket because we were prepared that way. Uma ubehamba yosebenza kaSteven laphaya ebuye negrocer eyithenga ePick n Pay noma isebox, that's all I know. But on the other hand, Steven, as soon as ekwazi ukuhamba ngeenyawo, their parents take him to a farm and yabona ukuthi ukudla kukhulisa emaplazini. Nurtured at a younger age to actually compete with economy in future. When whoop? How does Maslow prepare you to compete with the economy in South Africa? So maybe before we judge one another and actually point fingers, we need to actually acknowledge the fact that our mothers are not there to actually nurture, love and prepare us for the future, but they are preparing Steven, loving Steven and preparing Steven for the future, for Steven to have an edge over me. And I have to actually teach myself everything from nothing, basically, because I don't even know what it is that I'm preparing myself for. You go to school and find a teacher who teach you business studies but don't have business mentality. He doesn't even own a spaza shop. It's just textbook. You read from the textbook and then give you that. If you fail, you fail. If you pass, you pass. It's not his problem because he needs to get paid at the end of the month. Incompetent people. He doesn't even have passion for business because he's not business minded. He was taught business studies to be an educator of business studies. But can he actually propel you to be a better business person in the future? No. Where you gonna get that from? There's a couple Steven. If you could tell them, and then you work for them. By the time you gain enough experience, you are 55 years old. So start something that should compete with Steven, because already you've made tens of millions of rands for Ikabo Steven. Same Steven who was raised by your mother at your own expense. Maybe before we judge one another, maybe we need to look at that too. How do we fix that? I'm not trying to generate hate, but I'm saying we actually need to acknowledge that fact before, and maybe try to reverse it to actually try and reduce the crime, the poverty, and also the corruption. That's my 2 cents today. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Love you all. A pronto piacere.